Hi, it is iYikKam time again. So today I like to share with you something really extremely critical. If you really like to study Zen or the Qigong or the Chinese internal martial arts or even engineering, you need to know this, okay? It make a heaven and earth difference. So the inspirations which inspire me to share with you this important thing today is that about 2 days ago, some of our Wing Chun friend, actually one of our Wing Chun friend, wrote me. He thanked me for the information he learned from the YouTube, this iYikKam series YouTube. And then he said, "Oh, you are an encyclopedia of Wing Chun." I know it's been nice, okay? And instead of accepting it, I go straight. I reply him, said, number one, I'm not an encyclopedia. The second, I do not want to be an encyclopedia of Wing Chun. Okay? And of course, he apology. I say it's not your fault because there's something you need to understand. That's why it inspired me to make this video so that you all understand what's going on. Okay? This is an information era. Okay, we can have a lot of information. We just Google up everything in the web and so forth. However, in this information era, informations can be garbage. Okay, really garbage. My teacher, my late Sifu, Venerable Shenhua, the Zen patriarch, always said, don't be a garbage collector. Okay? So, informations, we need to watch out what it is. Okay? The real thing, what we want is insight, not informations. Informations will lead to insight if it is proper use of informations. However, the information itself is just confusing and actually cause people to lose their focus and sidetrack and having whole kinds of misleading issues. Okay. In Wing Chun, what I found is usually there are two types of people in general. Okay, not everybody, but in general, there's two types, stereotype. The one type is keeping saying, "Oh, you know what? Don't talk with your mouth, talk with your hand." Okay, gong sao every day. Okay. Because I think they might be a good fighter, okay, and they assume that the whole world is no good, they are better than anybody, okay, which is, I think, is a lose track of reality. Go read history and see what happened, okay. The second type will be, they will like to quote anything on informations. Oh, I research on this, I get information from here, from there, and so forth. So they take pride of how much information they have. Okay? Now, actually in Chinese history, you can see also tons of people who boasting their informations and how much information they collect, all those kind of stuff. Okay? But all this never be grandmaster, never be real expert. Why? Because one can have the informations of the whole world, but as soon as one don't have the insight, one is a garbage collector. Like the other day, I'm talking about the article which is interviewing Grandmaster iYikKam. Okay. When I say, oh yeah, you know, there's an article which is Grandmaster iYikKam's interview and so forth, everybody say, oh yeah, I know that article, I know that, you know, I get this and I understand this, and people can quote what Grandmaster iYikKam says and all kinds of stuff. However, the issue is that you look at it, did the person who quote all this thing really understand what is going on? What actually Grandmaster iYikKam said or teach that? Okay? And if we talk about Wing Chun, then people can show us tons of Kun, like the Lai Lao Hui Song and all this kind of thing, and people thinking the more they know this creed, the more knowledgeable they are, the master of it or something. Or they can say, oh, this lineage do it this way, that lineage doing that way, and they have all these kinds of things, of knowledge, of informations. But does it work? And as we can see, most of these things, all this information is raw information, not even being digested. Okay? And this is a problem. So what we want is insight. And to be specific, let me share with you the following. For example, loose up the body, loose the body, because everybody says song. Okay, and then when people say song or lose the body, people can quote all the Tai Chi classic or internal classic, everything, okay? And as you guys know that I share with all of us in this YouTube, one need to be song from or loose, to let go from feet bowl, moving upward, okay? Moving upward. Now, for those who know, who have the insight, who have the experience, know what it is about. Now, for those who just watch my YouTube and then also heard from some other people, maybe in the internal art or Tai Chi, say you lose from the head down, which is generally 99% of the people will tell you lose from the head, from the face, from the chest, and lose it down. Okay? The guy have the information, have no idea what is the proper way of lose their body. They can quote anything and they can tell us, oh, you know, Hendrik say you lose from the feet up, and then such and such grandmaster say they lose from the head down, and they will say, oh, this is their opinion. Well, by saying that, they sound like really objective, neutral, okay, and have all these informations. But really what happened? This is a garbage collector mentality. Anybody who go doing the 站桩 or any loose practice or using of their 7 bowls. No. As soon as it is not loose from the feet up, it's going down like that, it's going to generate a force down here, going downward and create instability. Okay? So what is insight? Insight is the guy who actually practices it loose from bottom up, and they know. They have the insight. This is the way how to do it. Because we're human, right? While the guy who wants to pose as a know-it-all, Hendrik said, you need to lose from the top, and there's a Tai Chi or this internal art or whatever Qigong Grandmaster said it is from head to downward, and then this is opinion, everybody need to think about it and so forth. This is plainly garbage collector, because they have no idea what it is and they just confuse themselves. They never know what it is. They never know their body. They never know how thing works. So this is one of the issue. Okay? You want more, I can tell you. The kidney meridians, the qi flow has to flow from feet upward, not downward. Downward, you drain it, your body. Okay? But you look at those, a lot of internal art grandmasters book, they wrote it downward. Okay? So then you say, oh yeah, it's, this guy say this, that one say that guy say that. So we need to be objective, and it is everybody's opinion. What opinion? Okay, we need to have the insight. And also, when people say, oh yeah, you want to sing qi to dantian, and I get heat up. Is that true? That's BS. The real guy who practiced qigong, you know what happened? The qi actually, the first thing is the leg. The leg actually softened up, because it got to do with this full body circulations. You go to see the real guru of say esoteric Buddhisms or Taoism, is all the leg meridian has to go start activate first, not the dantian stuff. Okay. So this is really important. Okay. One must get the insight instead of just presenting and look at like we are expert. Okay, expert of what? It's only confuse people if we do not know what we are talking about, and we spread this thing around. Okay. And as for the losing from bottom up, when I talk about the 7 bowls, you can see in the forum area where people say, oh, then they're using the 9 pearls of Yang Tai Chi. Oh, this is, I learned this, the same thing with you. But wait a minute. Please find in any record of Yang Tai Chi, did they talk about the 9 pearls have to do with the feet bowl? Okay. So all this information, is that bad? No. But the thing is that one need to be able to digest what it is, know what is the place, and know is this a speculations or it is a real deal based on human body. Okay. And the reason why, like for example, this has to the meridian, the qi flow is from the feet upward, is because if you read the Yellow Emperor Classic and the Chinese traditional medicine, that's how it's supposed to go for proper healthy flow. Okay? And the reason for we want to loose up here up, from feet up, is because we want the base, okay, the base to be actually be able to handle the action-reaction force going upward, so that it kind of dissolve itself, it balance itself, going upwards. Instead of you losing up the head first and so forth, and every time when you lose something up here, it's going to create an action-reaction force here. And it ends up that this feet is very difficult, becomes stiff, and it has to handle the reaction force, because your weight pushing down, there's a reaction force you generate, which is now your feet has to handle, and then end up that your muscle here will be tense. And the more you're doing down there, the more you put weight down, the more tense this thing. But on the other cases, you balance this one, you dissolve, you balance up, then everything balances together. There's a physical, scientific reason for that. It is not just my idea, your idea, opinion. Okay? There's insight. Without this insight, there is no Kung Fu. So as what I define, art is life in every details of the science. Okay? If one say one master in art, then one need to understand the science of every details, and based on the top of those details, it become lively. Then one get art, and then there is just beginning. A real grandmaster, which is I'm not, okay, is the person who is be able to have so much life in that detail, in their details. And this is pretty scientific. Okay. So you see, all these informations, it's not just to collect it. Like for example, we talk about Tan Sao. That Tan Sao is do because they need to train the body. It's not doing that in the application. In application, Wing Chun have already told you, come, receive. How is this come, receive? Okay? So a lot of things, you can have a lot of information, but it doesn't make sense. And we don't want to go this way, okay? And if we don't understand that, we're thinking, I want to give you, because I'm nice, I want to give you a lot of information. That's only end up confusing everybody. It is just like, say, people ask, what is the proper direction go to San Francisco from San Jose? You just show him a map and say, okay, go read it. And this is in the highway, and how the hell is one supposed to drive a car and read that thing? And the more one read, the more one problem, because I don't even know where I am now. Okay? The more one confused. So this have to be careful. Okay? What we want insight. We do not want informations, which is loading up everything. So information is good. If you have information, you have insight, you know what to use, when to use what information, that's good. You know how to discriminate which information is proper, that's good. You get more data point. But gathering the information is not going to make one expert, and it's going to screw other people. Look at all people who do Zhan Zhuang. Guaranteed, if they are not loose out from feet up, they can spend their lifetimes standing on Zhan Zhuang, they go nowhere. They can keep daydream about someday they can bounce somebody out by standing there, but they go nowhere, because whenever time they stand there at the Zhanzhuang or standing pose, their whole body rigid up, and there's no way they can have a resonance in their lower abs. Yes, resonance. The lower abs breathing is a resonance. It's not forced by mind. Okay. So we can have all those informations of Dan Tian breathing, Xing Qi to Dan Tian, Qi, all kind of talk. But if one don't have the insight, the experience, one really don't know. Okay? Do the worst. Let me tell you this. Chinese internal art is about entering states like the 613.3, the 13th state. If one is not capable to enter the state of lower abs breathing, this is a resonance, okay? It contract, expand by itself, okay? If one is not able to let go and let it be, and it resonance, forget about the Xing Qi Dan Tian stuff. The real deal is they just standing there or sit down there or lay down there. They enter into the state that their lower abs breathing. It resonates. They don't even have to care for that. They just drop in and it's there. Okay? So that's reality. Remember this, in internal art or in Zen, in Tao, all is talk about 境界, states. If one never been enter to the state, never know there's the state exists, but thinking with their mind, thinking that, because the guy who thinking with their mind were thinking, oh, as soon as my mind think this way, I can let my body do this way. In fact, the state training is not there like the 613.3. You just enter into different state. You don't even want to use your mind. The mind is just guiding to let go. Okay? And you want to drop your mind. Okay? So this is the insight, not the informations. And let's not to get everybody an encyclopedia. You only make him confused. You want to solve his issue, you want to help him, not to confuse him and say, well, I'm an expert, I have so much article, I know all this article, why don't you read this article, read that article, doing this, this guy saying this way, that guy saying that way, okay, all these people saying that way, and then, collect all that, and then get the best out of it, get what best out of it. Tell them directly what they need to do, solving their issue. Okay. For example, again, like people who want to go to San Francisco from San Jose, you say driving north. Okay. Instead of saying, oh, 101 can get there too, 280 can get there too, 237 can get there too. Who knows what is that? Okay? So, we need to be careful. And also, is it easy to screen people once you have insight? Sure. For example, this loosening up from the feet to the feet up. Okay? When you loose, song. You just go to anybody who claim they are grandmaster of internal arts. You ask them, how do you song your body? If he cannot say that it's from bottom up, and the chi is from bottom up, forget about it, they don't have it. You can screen him. A lot of people just get informations. They never practice, they never been attained, they never enter the state, so they never know. Okay? The guy who really know, it's simple stuff. Okay? So as in Zen, I don't want to be an encyclopedia. And so I don't want you to be an encyclopedia. Why? Why all those information? Just keeping people get confused. And we don't want to be an antique too. The antiques belong to what? Belong to museum. Okay? We want insight. Insight. We want to make use of informations, but we don't want to use the informations like make us look like a grandmaster or something. Okay? While we have no way of understanding what the information is. Okay? So this is what I'd like to share with you today. And also, stop being saying, oh,冇講口講手, don't talk with mouth and talk with your fist or your hand. There are so many things in this world. In the Chinese, it say one mountain have another mountain higher. In Chinese, iYikKam, the book of change, it say that the guy who is humble, that is always prosperous and good. We need to learn to be humble. One mountain have another mountain higher. Okay. So this is to share with you. We need to have a proper mental attitude. Otherwise, it's a disaster. And we don't want to give opinion. We want to give suggestions based on science, based on facts, not opinion. Oh, maybe you can relax from your head down. Or maybe you can relax from your feet up. God knows what the heck's going on. If we keep telling this to other people, and they only show others who is expert saying that you talk bullshit. Okay? So this is to share with you today. This is extremely important. If you talk to somebody like a CEO or CTO in a big corporations, or some gurus in the Silicon Valley, people have this BS detector, and if we just present a lot of information without have the insight, people know. In a few seconds, they know what is your level. Okay. There's a lot of smart people and sharp people in this world, so we have to be careful whatever we want to do. So hopefully this is useful for you, because it will serve you a lifetime. For me, I got a big scold from my late Grandmaster Xuanhua. When I was 18, I already copied the full Lotus Sutra in 60 days. And because I know all this information, I go to talk a lot of crazy thing with him, thinking I'm expert. And he asked me to shut up. He said, if you cannot handle your life and death, you shut up. And I learned that the hard way. Okay? And it shocked me. Okay? How come I know all these things which other people doesn't know, and I get this treatment? And then I said, oh, I really don't know. I need to learn. So this is for you today. No, my word is not sweet, but I hope it help your life to be better, maybe more healthy, richer, become better and more advanced in martial arts. Because the bottom line of education is to speak the truth so other people become better. It's not about political correct.